What's up, babes? So Elon, he knows Hitler was bad, right? Just making sure, because I mean, this was a while ago, but he retweeted a tweet that said Hitler, Stalin, and Mao didn't kill millions of people, their public sector workers did. And that got me thinking, does he know that Hitler was like not good? Look, I'm not even talking about this. I'm just talking about the fact that the man who runs the Department of Government Efficiency retweeted a claim that said Hitler, Stalin, and Mao didn't kill millions of people. And now, you know what? There's no stupid questions. r/no stupid questions says so. So let's look at this. Hitler rose to power through quite a bit of propaganda, a lot of fear-mongering, through saying that the Jews and the communists were all taking over. Very evil, they were ruining, they were taking everyone's jobs, they were causing uprisings. He's very much a white supremacist, save the white race kind of thing. So Hitler stayed in power for many of reasons. First off, he was elected democratically, and he was voted in because he was a very charismatic person. But the reason he stayed in power is because there were many reasons. First of all, he hated his political opponents. He imprisoned them. He often would kill them. Literally, he would kill political opponents, anybody who stood in his way, anyone who he disliked. Hitler used these tactics to remain in power. I believe he passed a law that it allowed him to make laws without any other agreements to make that law. So he could just make a law, you could put it in. For the most part, I believe that's how it works. Again, my World War II history is limited, but at least I know that Hitler was bad. Anyway, I mean, his tweet has a point. Public sector workers technically did kill people, and did Hitler directly fire the gun that killed someone? Did he directly just stab someone to kill somebody? I have no idea. But he was the man behind the Holocaust. If Hitler never existed, the Holocaust would not have existed, or not at all have been the way it was. He was the leader of the Nazi Party. He is the one who had the control over everybody. He used mass propaganda to insinuate an idea that Jewish people were evil and out to get everybody. I've read a little bit about just the history of the Holocaust and how it happened. It didn't happen in one day. First of all, it happened throughout a long period of time. People didn't just get sent to concentration camps on day one of Hitler's power. It took him, I think like 53 days for the first concentration camp to happen, but it took a little bit of time. It took momentum. As you can see with this, it's not as much about Hitler directly killing somebody as public sector workers did. Obviously, yes, the Nazi guards who did that were also very evil, but the difference between that and Hitler is that Hitler manipulated them into doing it. Hitler was horribly selfish, most disgusting man ever. I mean, I don't know, I don't have to prove this. Everybody who has had an appropriate history teaching, anybody who's over the age of 8, the fact that this guy doesn't know that. Clearly, he does not know that. This is why history is important, because history rhymes. And it's about to spit some like triple entendres, dude. That's about it. Stalin, same here. He killed millions upon millions of people under his command. Just because someone else does it, he was under his command. He was directly responsible for it. When somebody, let's say in London, stabs a person to death, is it the knife's fault? Does the knife kill a person? Well, yes, but it was the guy's responsibility. Because when you manipulate people, when you control them, when you force them to do things, it's not as much up to them when you're threatening them with life or death, or brainwashing them to an extent where they think a different race of humans is inferior. And that's what Hitler did, that's what Stalin did, that's what Mao did, all to different extents. Hitler was probably the worst. But yeah, there's a little history lesson. Please subscribe. Peace.